Welcome back to the Straw Hat Duo. I'm Charlie, and today we're going over chapter 1042. Winners shouldn't need rationalizations. This chapter is pretty big. To start out with, somebody gets stabbed straight through, somebody gets defeated, somebody gets eaten, and somebody gets flirted with. There's a lot of strange things going on in this chapter. Start out with the cover page story, which is the Germa 66's Cold-Blooded Voyage, Volume 6. It is stated, taking Niji and Yanji to Whole Cake Island. And Oven is there in the back with the Vinsmoke book closed, carrying it over to Mirror that Brule has set up. Pudding's there in the foreground, just kind of letting out a sigh and huffing with kind of a pouty face. Citizens around kind of look a little confused. Getting right into the chapter, it starts out with Drake with his sword straight through the CP0 member with the hat, stabbed him straight through. The CP0 member says, "Drake, why?" Drake's like, "This is me enacting my justice." CP0's like, "I envy you," and then disappears off of Drake's sword and then uses the finger pistol thing, and it looks like it's hard to tell where he hits Drake. In one panel it looks like it's like mouth or nose or face, so defeating blow for sure. Other panel it kind of looks like there's a hole here right below the throat. Either way, it looks like Drake is out for the rest of this arc. Drake is pretty much done for now. Then it cuts over to the Flower Capital, where the citizens of Wano are lighting their sky lanterns, having a good time, dancing, singing. Then it cuts back over to the Onigashima roof, where Luffy is pummeling Kaido with his Snake Man. He looks like he's doing pretty good. It actually looks like it's hurting Kaido. Luffy is running low on breath. He's huffing and puffing. Kaido thinks to himself, he's altering the trajectory at a whim. Rumber shouldn't be able to do this. And then he says out loud, "That hurts." Luffy's just going at it. Kaido's like, "Knock it off. I told you it hurts." That's kind of a sneak peek. At this point, I'm pretty positive that the devil fruit that the Gorosei were talking about, the 5 Elder Stars, almost positive it was Luffy's at this point. Then Kaido enters his flirty drunk phase. Looks at him, pushing his cheek in with a little star there. Says, "Oh, stop it, you," with a heart. This pisses Luffy off. He says, "You're still drunk." And then Kaido burps and says, "I hope you don't think you're the only one who can see the future," which is kind of a hint that Kaido has future sight hockey. Seems like it at that point. This surprises Luffy. I was like, "I'll take a page out of your book." But he is also panting here. So that's something that we need to notice. Kaido is actually getting winded, which is huge for Luffy. Kaido then transforms into his dragon form, says, "How's this?" And he goes into his thieving drunk form, bites Luffy. A little callback to Momo biting Kaido. He's like, "Ow, ow, 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 ow." In a double page spread, Kaido flies up to the sky, pretty much eats Luffy. Luffy's like, "Let me out, damn it." And Kaido's like, "Okay." Opens his mouth and barfs him up with a blast breath and shoots Luffy. It actually shows a panel of this. Blast breath goes right past Yamato. I'm actually kind of curious on how Law and Kid took this, because they were right below them. Law and Kid may have gotten caught up in this a little bit. He uses the blast breath and blasts Luffy all the way down through the island. So Luffy gets straight knocked off the island once again. Well, not knocked off, literally knocked through. He starts to fall, which is over to Bound Man to recover, and flies himself back up on top of the island. Says, "You bastard." Kaido's like, "Haha, back for more," as he goes, "Roar, roar, roar," his laugh. Luffy's like, "How many minutes have I got left? This is my last gear forth. I don't have time to waste. I can't lose here." I was like, "Oh, is that so? You're in worse shape than I thought." Luffy's like, "Everyone in Wano will continue to starve and go thirsty if you stick around." Then he pulls out the Gomu Gomu no, and he charges up an attack. Kaido's like, "It's your business who you choose to join forces with, but the people of Wano are used to defeat. They're either weak pathicists, yeah, I'm not even going to try and say that again, or content to die for the sake of quote-unquote honor. They're just losers trying to cover up the stench of their failures. Luffy's like, shut your mouth, the samurai are strong. Kaido says, a brave face makes them strong. Winners shouldn't need rationalizations. Which are you, a winner or a loser? You know, where the title of the chapter comes from. And at that, Luffy charges up his Supreme Kong gun, punches Kaido right in the mouth, and this looks like it does a massive amount of damage. Kaido is not looking too happy with this punch. It knocks him back, and he flies backwards. Then Luffy tries to charge in for another attack. He says, not yet, I can't get let up until Gear 4th is finished. And then he's surprised at how fast Kaido recovers from that. As Kaido pops up saying, roaring dragon? Roaring thunder Bakuga hammers Luffy. Luffy gets hit so hard that he starts to let out some of the air from his Gear 4th. Then he covers his mouth and goes, I can't let it escape, or I'll lose power. Kaido then enters his homicidal drunk phase. Luffy goes, one more shot. If this isn't enough, I'll lose. Kaido's huffing. Luffy jumps up, says, Gomu Gomu no. Kaido's like, bring it on, brat. Uses the same attack, the roaring thunder. Luffy goes, Supreme? And then, right behind him, that CP0 member that just got stabbed through the chest appears behind him and says, Iron Body, and looks like he grabs a hold of Luffy's arm just to kind of hold him still. This shocks pretty much everybody on the field, including Kaido. Kaido's like, CP0, he thinks to himself, and then he has a flashback to Odin when he was fighting Odin, and the lady tricked him pretending to be Momo. Luffy's caught off guard and gets smashed by the Kanabo. A strange turn of events. Kaido looks like he's regretting it. Like, he almost looks sad. Luffy is shown falling. He has not he's bleeding, it seems, but it doesn't look like he's let the air out yet. So I really don't think Luffy is defeated right here. It shows a little last panel of the CP0 member, and on the side it says, a rush of emotions. And that ends chapter 1042. So this chapter has a lot going for it. It's definitely building on Kaido's character, for sure. Because what Kaido does after this will be a large turning point in this arc in total. I mean, at this point, Kaido could haul off the whole fight. Or he could just take Luffy away from the island. You know, he could go into his dragon form, you know, not allow CP0 to take him away and be like, yeah, you're going to recover so we can actually have a real fight. Because Kaido, he lives for the fight. He enjoys the fight. He doesn't care about what people are fighting for, but what he does care about is how he wins. So he wants to go down as a legend. You know, Roger being the Pirate King, you know, Whitebeard going out with a bang, you know, having a very glorious death, reinvigorating the pirate era. He wants to have that for himself. He wants somebody that can fight him to that without any interference. This was looking like that fight. He's now going to deal with that interference. So whether he wins or loses, it's still that scratch on his record that he does not want to live with. No matter how this arc ends, I'm almost positive we're not done with Kaido after this. We're gonna have another fight with Kaido and Luffy. I can almost guarantee that. This fight isn't necessarily over. You know, Kaido could just hammer the CP0 member with a home run hit, you know? Luffy could recover and just go right back to it. You know, this isn't the first one of these hits that Luffy's taken. I've seen a lot of speculation that this could push Luffy into his awakening or Gear 5th. Hopefully, I didn't see if there's a break next week. I don't think there is, but there could be. Hopefully we get another chapter next week. I don't think it'll expand on this. I think it'll be another one of the catch-up chapters. I think what the next chapter will be is kind of everybody dealing with the blast breath going straight through the island. So Yamato kind of looking around going, what was that? You know, the Kid Pirates and Law Pirates dealing with it. Chopper It might even show Sanji a little bit because he's been out for a while. Could be a catch up with Komurasaki, Orochi. It could be a quick update with them. I don't think we're going to get anything more on the Luffy Kaido thing until after the next break. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know how you felt about this. I've seen a lot of criticism with Kaido going into his flirty drunk stage. But let me know what you thought about this chapter in the comments below. And you could also reach out on social medias. We check those frequently. Let me know what you thought, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.